Hello there. Lately, the president has been using the term political will. But what exactly does political will mean? There apparently isn't very much of it, as very little makes it through Congress these days. Political will is a nebulous term, but in the end, it's actually just math and statistics. Let me explain. Every time you vote, data is collected to ensure you aren't trying to vote multiple times. The state keeps zip codes and some other open access data, such as if you register to vote and if you actually voted. The primary gives even more data, as the party can tell which party ballot you voted on and the phone numbers, since primary elections are run by the parties and not the government, unlike the general election. If a candidate wants any chance of winning, the very first thing they have to do in this data-driven age is to take all of that information and crunch the numbers to find out what is important in that area via other polling data such as Gallup. Then they craft their promises and campaign issues based on what is important to the people in that area using demographic data. However, the conclusion of what issues to focus on is based on a weighted system of which demographics of people voted. A political candidate cares first about a voter, second about a person who registered to vote but didn't, and lastly non-voters. It's not that they don't care about these people as individuals, but if a politician commits too many resources to the non-voting group, or to an issue the majority of voters don't care that much about, they will lose. That is just the hard truth. As previously stated, everything in politics comes down to math and votes. Political will is a numbers game. If a person votes, their opinion adds a tiny bit of political will because there is such a large number of people with competing ideas. If you don't vote, you could have the noblest ideas, but on the political stage, your opinion means jack squat. Social Security and Medicare for the elderly are third-rail issues that will lose votes at a ridiculously fast rate. Issues that are important to the younger demographics appear almost completely ignored because percentage-wise, they have a very low turnout in comparison to the elderly. Early on in his term, when asked about legalizing marijuana, Obama was smirkingly dismissive about it, not because he was against it, but because the numbers weren't there for him to spend the time and energy to do anything about it. Political will only exists when voters, not merely citizens, care about an issue. There are issues in this nation on which 80 to 90% of the nation agrees politically, but since only 40% of the nation votes in a midterm, those issues are pushed to the back burner. Even if you cast your vote for a candidate with the sense that he or she is the lesser of two evils, doing that very thing will help change the setup for the next election, because they will be much more likely to listen to you and be eager to please your demographic. However, if you don't vote, they couldn't care less about your issue. Why? Because the people running who do care get eliminated from politics through natural selection. If you want to change a party, vote in that primary. If you think both parties are hopeless, vote third party or do a write-in. But the fact that you voted will be noticed when the next election rolls around. That is exercising your political will.